In the last video, we have created a thread. In fact, we have created two threads, one with class A and second with class B. So as we know, we can create a thread using a thread class called as like extends thread here. And then we have seen how to use some of the methods of thread class, which is set name and set priority. So all these methods, which is set name and set priority, there are non-static methods, and there's a method called a sleep, which is a static method. Now in this example, what we will do is, let's say we have a class called as X here, and this class has some feature, maybe some of the feature, and I want this class A, it should extend this class X. So instead of writing here thread, what I will do is I will say extends thread. But I also want that this class should should be a thread. Now the one of the way to create a thread is this, right? So we have to extend both. But the problem is Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. So if you can see here, it is multiple inheritance, right? So we cannot have two classes, or we cannot have one class which extends two different classes. That means we cannot say a thread here. So we have to specify it as X, is because for sure I want A to be a subclass of X. But what about thread? Now how to convert this class A into a thread? Now for that we can use something called as a interface, and that interface name is Runnable interface. So in Java we have this interface called as Runnable. So we have to say implements Runnable. But how exactly we have to use we should be using this implements Runnable is that we'll see in the next part. But whenever you work with this Runnable, in this Runnable interface, we have only one method. So if we can focus here, this Runnable interface has only one method called as run. Okay, so that means if you implement a class, or if you use a class which implements Runnable interface, so we have to define a method called as run. Now how exactly it is done, we'll see with the fresh example in the next video.